This is manager Russell Martin of Southampton, who he got promoted back to the Premier League against Leeds. He plays possession-based football, which isn't doing well in the Premier League, but he's got plenty of time and he has spent plenty of cash. Harwood Bellis, Flynn Downs, Cameron Archer, Mateus Fernandes and Aaron Ramsdale have unfortunately not helped the Saints out. But today, in FC25, we're going to change that, taking the Saints to a Champions League title. As yes, people, this is the current Southampton lineup. We've got Ramsdale, Sugawara, Onuachu, I haven't heard of. 6'7", what a beast. I think he was on loan, so I kind of have heard of him, but not in a Saints shirt. And also plenty of youth. Tyler Diblin, I've been told about. We've got Dom Ballard, we've got Mateus Fernandes. As we've also got objectives, and the easy objective is to just win 3 trophies with the Saints, which should be doable. Then the medium one is actually to win the Champions League title, as our difficult challenge is to grow one youth player for it. So yes, we're using all these youth. You can see we've got some decent ones, but that's not the only objective. We also have this locked one. And we start with 36 million, which is fairly plausible. The Saints have spent a lot of money in real life in the Premier League. And this is going to be difficult because I have just spoke on the youth, but we've got old players, Bednarek, Stevens as another example, Lallana on the bench, and then McCarthy, Charlie Taylor. Right, we have to sign some youth definitely straight away season 1. And as for our own youth, you can see I've promoted 2 youngsters, a lot of players on the loan list, and then a few on the transfer list. Charlie Taylor, Jack Stevens, who's the club captain at the moment, and then Ross Stewart, the striker. I've got no use for any of them. And as for tactics, I'm gonna try and stick realistic, so I'm gonna go with the tiki-taka. You can see we've bought a lot of coaches. And we 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. I don't want to play with wingers, and I am going to that shorter passing, and I am going with a balanced line. Gonna change that to deep, as we need to sort out the roles of the squad, which I'm going to do. I'm not going to bore you guys with that, but I am going to bore you guys asking you to subscribe to the channel. We are desperate for 50k before the 1st of January. As our first outgoing here, it is the club captain Jack Stevens. We were never going to use him, so I'm letting him go to Anderlecht. Go on, the lad. Hopefully he does a mini company renaissance. The rest of them are just loans, so that's one of our youth players. Right, Kirogan, he's going to Ferrol for a year. Ross Stewart out the door as well. He is going to go to Como, so almost £2 million, and that is a good fee for a useless man. I'm trusting this guy Onuachu. I haven't seen him actually play before for the Saints, and then Cameron Archer, as it's obvious where we need to sign. Midfield. Now, Smallbone's the lowest rated at 73, but I'm actually going to go for a cam. Adam Lallana is 36 years old. So before he goes ahead and retires, I'm going to sign Christoph Baumgartner. He was brilliant in the Euros, and the Austria flag looks like a Southampton flag. As here's the dynamic cam, he could actually go as a striker if we need him to, and he's a brilliant little player, but he has took a hit to our budget, leaving us only 7 million, and I know what I'm going to be doing with this money. We do need a youth player at the end of the save, so now is the best time to grow one. We've got Lancaster, and he's 5-star. He needs to find me a 5-star player in Brazil. With Rantanen actually going to find someone in England. With Coffee going obscure, I'm going to go and scout Malaysia. With all these new countries we can scout, I actually do want to get the use out of them. As we're a month down the line and we've got Renato Rodriguez, Noah Abdullah, and George Chong. Fair enough, all look doubly decent and loan listed, as I'm gonna get them out on loan before we kick off our Prem campaign. As let's see the damage that has come with the Southampton save, as most Southampton fans did not see this coming. Alright, so we know we are surviving. That is brilliant, steering away from danger, but what is Martha talking about? Why has she put them emojis? Is she trying to make life difficult? As before we speak about the team, this has made life easier. The new GameSir controller. They're today's sponsors and they are helping the channel out. You can see it's an Xbox One and I've had to switch over, but the wire, look how far away I can go. Yes, I'm sat in jeans. Don't look at my jeans. If you go to GameSir's Nexus software website, you can get customizable features, precision on the analog sticks, connected to my PC at the moment, but if I wanted to use it on my Xbox, which I have, I would get 1 month free Game Pass. Comes with each purchase. Get one down below, as we are back into the team though, and the ratings have increased. Ramsdale is suitable. Baumgartner is very good, but overall we've got a 74 rated, and survival seems very, very close. I'd be surprised how we've squeezed it, as, oh, that's the youth tournament anyway, and, oh! Okay, this ain't bad. An 8th place finish shows you that tactics are everything. Only 1 goal difference. That is sensational. As for the FA Cup, crashing out against Stoke City, and the eventual winners was Chelsea over Coventry. As in the Carabao, a quarter-final penalty defeat to West Ham, which is a shame, as Arsenal actually beat West Ham in the final. Okay, so no trophies, but a brilliant little lineup here. We've got strong defenders, a strong attacker. Archery's only 23. As how many goals did he get? I'm not going to say over 23. Baumgartner with 15. Onuachu, I trusted you, and you have repaid me. Armstrong getting involved a little bit as the final thing to do. Yes, I haven't put training drills on yet, because I'm waiting until these lads are back. Renato Rodriguez, 62, 63 there. The ratings are not outstanding. Season 2, £50 million. Now, that's a good amount of money because we've got to focus on the youth side of things. Both using it and signing it, as I'm going to get these out on loan again. All of them, I believe. Don Ballard, even him to get out on loan. He's actually quite decent, but a better player, Mateus Fernandes. He needs to keep on growing, as I'm going to put him on a training drill finally. In fact, they're all going on drills. Every single one I've put on a training drill, and almost every single one of these is young, so will be loaned out. As for our academy, still, Lewis Hewitt is the best, but him being a left wing probably counts him out of a promotion. I'm sticking with this shape, and I'm also going to try and stick another striker up front. Now, Onuachu did score 13 goals, but he is not the one. He's not that guy. You're not that guy, pal. Same with Smallbone. I'm going to sell a lot of bench players, though, before we make a rash decision. As first out the door is the aging Charlie Taylor, followed swiftly by, yes, another aging player in Bednarek. That's probably enough for now. I mean, I think we've made a pretty 5 mil, and I already want a player, and I don't want him to go anywhere else. That's right, Marcus Rashford at Southampton. Now, I know it might sound crazy, but they did just sign Aaron Ramsdale, and I'm not saying they sound alike, because they do, but Marcus Rashford is another outlet. He needs to revive his career and can play striker. As for only half of our budget, a cheeky 30 million or something, we have signed Marcus Rashford. That is unbelievable. Our new false 9 is here. Only 27-year-old, which also isn't young, but we are going to sell some older strikers and older midfielders. That is Joel Aribo, going to play his career at the top of Belgium with Galoy. Solid team is also Ryan Fraser to Osasuna, and Nathan Wood gets a shock move to Wolfsburg. And I'm fed up of stalling. Why won't no one buy Brereton Diaz? Probably because he loses every game, but still, £31 million. Lads, this is a first as well in this FIFA. FC25, the first player to reject us is Timber, picking Lazio over an 8th place Southampton. Now, I think that's a bit weird. I think we've got more potential. So our second option, just as good, is Dario from Sporting, who comes as a pairing with Vic Fontaine, who's an 18-year-old centre-back and will fit in our team at some point. And this pesky little glitch is back. I've been training Marcus Rashford as a striker for weeks, but now it seems like it's just going to take longer and longer. It said 27, then 38. Now it's up to bloody 58. Still, he's not our only player, as Baumgartner, 86. We've got a few 80 rated now. That should be staple Premier League. No danger of going down, as look who was our top scorer. Onuachu again, after I actually tried to get rid of him. And I see that he's got a good rating in the Europa Conference League. So we made Europa Conference League, and we do need 3 trophies. As in the Premier League, well, if we haven't won it, we won't be in Europe next year. 10th in the table. Still, that is brilliant for Southampton. Although in the FA Cup, we just don't like the FA Cup. We're out in round 3 again. to Everton, our last rebuild. Or our last English rebuild as we lose in the Carabao Cup round 4. But in this one, I believe we beat Chelsea. Just caught a glimpse of it as we just got through in the Conference League. 21st place is shocking for Southampton. We should be better than that as we did get through the first round of Marseille on aggregate. 4-3, oh dear. And guess who won the whole thing? Bloody Lazio, where this man, the traitor Quinton Timber, went and signed for instead of us. Oh, how we could have used him, but we've got 2 Portuguese players. Our midfield still needs work along with defense, but we signed a defender. Fontaine, here he is, 77 rated. He's going into the team, and Rodriguez I put on the bench. I just tried to force the youth in here, as only one managed a loan deal, and that's George Chong to Swansea, and it hasn't worked out at Swansea. Still a 66 rated. And Saints to season 3. Yep, I am hearing that and I've got to try and speak over it, but the locked objective is open. And I'm hoping this one's good. It's unlocked, but we can only sign players from the division below us. I mean, the Saints did have experience here last year, so the championship. We've got to look for players here, and I am not looking forward to seeing who's available. Don't even know our budget, but I am going to do some early scouting. A lot of youth players. I'm looking at the age. It's all below 25. There's Brendo Alves, Joaquim Anderson of Fulham, Adil Aluchiche, even Oliver Arblaster. But let's see our budget, which is £72 million. So yes, we've got to sign from the championship, but we should get the best players there. And I am still trying to sell a lot of the players in these reserves, like Sulemana 75, Nathan Wood, we can also sell. And I also did forget to say it, but if you have any ideas for challengers, comment them down below and I will put them in the videos. I'll even credit you on the video, as the first out the door is Sulemana to the team that just beat us in the Conference League, who's shortly joined by Nathan Wood, the centre-back. As then we've got Juan. I just feel like I'm selling a load of players this save. And also Adam Armstrong, thank you for the memories. Leaving us now £90 million, and we've got to spend that wisely, but as wisely as we can from the championship. A stinky objective. What a fun one at that, as Job Bellingham. Could he be signed in a career mode? He is lower rated than our potential players, who are already in our team, as Dorde Knedvich, who's somehow ended up at Millwall. He's a potential striker, so I'll probably sign him up along with Bradley Morgan of Birmingham. Jake Sadler of Sheffield Wednesday. How did I not see him first? As 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yes, I did just find another player. Oliver Wagner of Germany. Fulham somehow in the championship. And Ivan Illich. Oh, the CDM we needed. As I'm going to make 5 signings here, as each one of them piles their way into the club, I hope. As 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, they all arrive. So in and around the team they go, as Illich can't play there. Right, I am going to shift his position, but I might just shift the formation as well. Go into this with 3 midfielders, and if you're wondering how we afforded everyone, we sold Bazunu, Adozier, and I believe another player. Right, and I've just flicked it back, but this squad, are we missing a defender in this, or is Bella Kotchap just not growing? Think he might not be growing, but Sugawara is. Wagner, we put him at left back, and I know it does take Kyle Walker-Peters out the squad. As I'm also stressing over these lads, we just can't get a youth player in the team. Julian Quiroga, I did change this man to a cam from winger. He's got the most potential, very small player as well. Did he get many goals? No. I mean, he's never going to play when we've got Baumgartner. And Illich, as he still can't train to be a CDM. He's been on it all season. He's been playing in CDM, really. Yes, I have just flipped the formation back, but he should pull back anyway, and I just don't know what to do with him. I'm going to maybe change permanently, as the formation does seem like a decent little switch up. It is back to fighting for Conference League, maybe even in Conference League. If we could only break into the top now, as the FA Cup, I saw it flicker on, and we do win the first trophy of our 3. I love putting that graphic on. We beat Cardiff, Crystal Palace, Championship Fulham, and Oxford United. Never got a hard game, as then the Carabao goes to City, and we weren't in any European competition, I don't believe. Won by Athletic. That is goddamn impressive, as next season we have Sadler breaking through. I'll put him into the team. And still a lot of players to sell. And that pesky objective done, as I just want to see the money straight away. That is all my mind is focused upon. Community Shield doesn't count as a trophy. 88 million. Right, that is suitable. We've got a lot of players to sell at the club. Brereton Diaz, the likes of him. In fact, I do have my list together. Walker Peters on there, Brereton Diaz, Flynn Downs, and even Harwood Bellis is on there. He did that himself because he is our best defender, and I've tried Fontaine to go next to him. Maybe that's the first place we do sign. Then again, Fontaine can grow, and Fernandez, I think he's had his chance. He's been here 3 years and done absolute niche. But before we buy, we do have to sell, and that is Kyle Walker-Peters leaving, the OG of Southampton. Stayed when they went down as Brereton Diaz. He's off. He's never done anything for us, really. Really been terrible signing. He's out the door, been terrible, and also Flynn Downs. Now, another loved player, but I'm bringing in a loved player. That's right, lads, the return of Lavia. He was costing 40 million, but he is an ex-Saint. In the midfield he goes, and I just love this team. We've got a big budget left, and we are splashing it on a centre-back. As we've gone for Mosquera, and he should be pretty decent. He's a wonder kid at the start of the game, and has come from never losing. As we've also got a backup keeper, Marco Ferreira, and a third choice striker, Jalal Abdullahi. Just a bit extra cover, as I'm desperately trying to get Chong on loan. Also Rodriguez, but the main man is Kuroga. Oh, and Abdullah, I mean, he's getting a loan from Swansea. I don't know why no one wanted him last year, but this year they're getting loan offers. Right, and this is a weird one before we actually get to see our youth players. An offer for Harwood Bellis from Barcelona. Oh my days. He must have done well, but he has stuck to his 82 rating as the ratings in the team. Apart from Baumgartner and Ramsdale, I'm not overly impressed. Marcus Rashford's only gone up 2. Our defence, Sugawara, I think he's going to stop growing from now on. So I'm going to stop bothering as Chong 71, Morgan 76. Right, Chong looks our best asset. From the youth players that we do have, as hopefully we're in the Champions League, and Baumgartner just scores for fun. Archer joining in with 15. One word to describe the league form though, and that is limbo. We cannot get out of this stage between 7th and 10th. We're just staying there all the time, as oh my days, I thought that was the FA Cup. The Community Shield we win, but we never count that as a trophy. You only play one game to win it, as the FA Cup. Oh my days, no luck there. And the Carabao Cup, hammered by Arsenal. Not very good in that one, and I wish we were in the Champions League. I could have skipped over that finale to land on the Europa League. Literally winning the goddamn thing against Marseille, who have stole a lot of our players, so that's our second trophy, leaving one more only needed. And how was our run? We finished 8th below Napoli, so I think we went straight into this round, beating Besiktas in a comeback. Then we beat AS Monaco 3-2, and then Celtic hammered to win us the Europa League. What a 3rd, 4th or 5th season. Champions League with these lads you see on screen. Now, I know where I'm going to sign, and I'm not replacing Esugo. I'm replacing the right back Sugawara. Mosquera I'd love to replace. Maybe actually no, Harwood Bellis and Wagner seem more replaceable. We've got players down here like Bella Kotchap. Fontaine could sell one of them. We've got our backup keeper, a backup striker. For backups, we are sound. And for budgets, we are sound. We've been given our due diligence. From winning the Europa League, we have gained a lot of finance. And first player first, I'm going for Odilon Kusunu. Now, I genuinely love this man, and he needs to get out of that Bundesliga. Offering bang on his evaluation, I'm hoping they accept it, because it gives us more money to spend elsewhere. That's okay, but still I'd like a little bit cheaper. 65.3, come on, submit. Oh my days. Right, we're going to have to pay that much, as I am desperate to break the mould of the top 4 and also maybe the Champions League. Could we win it first season with this man? But not just him, this man, Hartmann, who's also at Dortmund. Now, I do just like to somehow pick on teams for players. Don't even mean to do it half the time, as we're losing Will Smallbone to Olympique Lyonnais. What a peculiar move that is. Also, Harwood Bellis to Liverpool, so yeah, I am strengthening a rival with that one, but he's always wanted to bloody leave the club. As finally, Hartman's walking through the doors, and he's a left back, meaning Sugawara survived. Not the red card, he's already got one of those, but still, I like the team because we've done our business very early on here. And with this FIFA being so tactical, I'm thinking it's not just players we needed. I'm going to move us up the field, maybe a high line, maybe somewhere just between, 65 we'll go with. We've got to keep the short passing trait on though, because that is Russell Martin's game. I've also let everybody be on their plus rolls. I don't know if that does anything actually. I'm just trying to trial something new. Ooh, and a bid actually for Sugawara from Sociedad. It's 31.6 million. We already have 35 mil. So in fact, he won't survive leaving to go to Spain, giving us 67 million. And I am ready to spend it. Here's the man to improve us. Yes, he's 30 years old, but still, come on. We should be winning the Champions League soon, or the league with Molina. I want to guarantee my purchase, so £48 million. And there is the Argentine services secured. I've put him on the correct training drill, as it's all about our youth now. Chong is a year younger than Quiroga. So yeah, I'm gonna go find him. I mean, we've just got a line of youth players. Sorry to Dion Charles, but he is on our UCL bench. And come on, Southampton, just please have done well in the Champions League. I've gone to the first game before the Champions League final would be, in hope more than anything, but we do have a 90 rated and an almost 90 rated. But if you have watched the Roma rebuild, I ain't gonna spoil it, but we had loads of OP players and players better than this, but you can see mostly defenders here. Mosquera out for 3 weeks, but did we score goals? Yes. Baumgartner, 24. Rashford, 19. Sadler, 18. And he was one of those players that we had to sign from the Championship, as we're still in that limbo area. 7th to 10th. We never bloody let go of it, as then. That's not the Community Shield, that's the FA Cup. We win a trophy. Get in there. Another FA Cup. Beating Liverpool, so we definitely have it in the cabinet. We beat Arsenal, Leeds, Bournemouth, some better teams this time. The Carabao Cup as well. Aston Villa, congratulations. As we, well, you know us, we hate Championship teams in rebuilds. Burnley outdo us, as we did actually win the Super Cup as well. We beat the Champions League winners, so can we be that this year? Well, the league table looks very nice. And then the playoff round against Leipzig, 5-2, a massive monumental victory. But then that's even bigger, beating Bayern 4-1. 3-0 in one leg, beating City 4-1, and then PSG 4-3. Our defense, well, it is leaking goals, but we've squeezed it to a final. Saints fans, you are only 5 years away from this, and with the Mosquera injury, right, I'm a little bit more scared. Fontaine into the defense, and then this high line, oh my days. Well, we just need to manually adjust it, and we are going to be playing very deep in this one. And I wonder if that's done something to us. You know when I put all them drills on the players, when it was all, so there was pluses? Seems to have got the best out of the lads. But this is Real Madrid, and this is Hartman on the left-hand side, looking down the line. We do copy their formation. They go narrow, I believe, as Hartman, come on, overlap him. He's the left back, for goodness sake. Right, Baumgartner, our captain and our best player in this team, pulling across, and Marcus Rashford scores 8 minutes in against Madrid in the final. I do like this new Saints kit as well, if it was only black and white stripes, because that's, of course, the ones I love, but I love Marcus Rashford scoring a beautiful goal, and we only got him for 25 million. When he's scoring in Champions League finals, that is a steal. Gonna gamble on just the one goal and catching them on the break, but this is fun. This is easy. We are toying with the Madrids right here. Or the Madrid. Saying that, Atleti won the title not long ago. Come on, chase back. This is when our lads drop back with Vini, putting a killer ball through to Mbappe. Vini Jr., a good tackle. Molina in the way, and one pass up to Baumgartner, and now Sadler. Sadler scored plenty of goals, maybe looking for Rashford, who's at the back stick. Rashford! This is a humiliating game. Just at the back stick and leapt like a salmon, which is not what Real Madrid did when getting out of bed for this game in the morning. They are embarrassing themselves. They must not like playing big clubs like us as Mbappe. Oh dear, Mbappe's just dribbled in. What a shocking goal to concede, you know. They haven't done anything. And then they get that. Humiliating. Come on, we're supposed to be sitting back. Where's our defence? Mbappe is through again. Oh my days, it's a good job he jumped, but that is a terrible pass. We have just gifted, hand-wrapped, bow on top, the draw to Real Madrid. This is disgusting football. Now, I know we were beating Madrid, but it has changed like that. Into the half-time break, and I'm genuinely just gobsmacked, and I don't know what to say. Kylian Mbappe's good, that's all. In terms of being a neutral, it must be amazing to be at this Champions League, at least start on the front foot, because they were starting to dominate. Marcus Rashford on a hat-trick, beaten by Balde? Christ, he's a traitor. And that is Gavi on the ball. In the Barcelona career mode, they would never leave the club, especially not to Madriders. Come on, sneak down this side. We don't play wing-backs, but the ex-Atleti player towards Sadler. Fighting for that chance has just stopped them. Dribbling through the middle. Come on, it's Vini Jr. Cross now into Gavi. Now Jude Bellingham. Oh, what a tackle, Molina, but they still got the ball. Gavi passes it to us, and Aaron Ramsdale, just roll it out. Come on, I'm keeping you guys with me because this is honestly edge of the seat stuff as Rashford's cut through, and that's gotta be a red card. Swear to God, if Bremer survives this, there we go. 10 men Madrid. Dirty, dirty tactics as Rashford is okay though, and he's back straight up for the free kick, which he can't recreate his goal against Chelsea with. If you know what goal I'm referring to, you're an icon, as now we've got to get this ball through them, and the defensive line for Madrid was all over the place right there. They're still adjusting as Rashford. Could he pass the ball? Rashford, no, he's being greedy, and he falls to Sadler to tap the ball in the net. Sadler with the goal. He came from Sheffield Wednesday or Fulham? I think it was Sheffield, and he's scoring in Champions League finals. Now, can I go any more defensive? Park the bus. Nice tactic. Despite them having 10 men, we just need to get everybody behind the ball. They're making changes, requesting subs as Eder Militao. The dribbling of a centre-back as, oh, that was a fly-in from Lavia, but he's got it. It falls to him very luckily. Sadler, come with him. Come on, Sadler, make a move. We're going to give it to him to try and shoot, maybe from range before the defender catches Sadler. What a second goal! We're gonna win the Champions League! Already less than a week, or maybe just bang on a week into FC25, and we might have the goal of the season. Be very hard to beat that as a ball in towards Bellingham. Headed over the bar, and I don't know why I was so nervous. Game's almost over. All my days, a bad pass though. Do not let them back in the game, referee. Blow the whistle, as there he goes and does it. The Saints have marched in and stole 4 trophies overall, but we only needed to win 3. And we did have a youth player on the bench. Yeah, unfortunately, Chong didn't grow correctly, but keep your eye on the channel because youth will be used in a big save next time out. Or maybe it comes soon, but there will be definitely use of youth players, as Baumgartner deserves that. He's carried us since he came in. Sensational stuff. As if you guys know a rebuild or you want your team to be rebuilt, drop them in the comments.